You've worked, you worked for two presidents, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta.
Yes.
And Daniel Arap Moi.
Yes.
But for the longest period, you worked for Daniel Arap Moi.
Yes. 24 years, 4 months, 8 days.
When did you first meet this Kenya's second president?
In 1977. When I was posted from Kakamega, where I was working in the Provincial Information Office, to State House to be Jomo Kenyatta's press officer, somehow Moi noticed that I was a good writer and I was doing a good job for Kenyatta. And at that time, some forces within the government establishment, mostly Kikuyus, people from the Gema community, felt that Moi should not ascend to the presidency when Mr. Jomo Kenyatta died.
The Kiambu Mafia?
The Kiambu Mafia. Well, not necessarily Kiambu Mafia, because some of them were not from Kiambu. Paul Ongei was not from Kiambu.
Okay.
Angaine was not from Kiambu. So this was a cabal of people who did not like Moi. And Moi knew I was not a Kikuyu. So he called me. And that was 1977. So I went to see him. We discussed many issues of mutual interest. But then he told me that whenever Jomo Kenyatta travels to the Rift Valley for his working tour, I may not know. When you announce about his itinerary, just put down there that at the same time, the Vice President and Minister for Home Affairs, Daniel Arap Moi, has asked the people of Rift Valley to receive Mr. Jomo Kenyatta, give him a thunderous welcome as soon as he steps on the soil of the Rift Valley. That is at Mai. Yeah, so we agreed, and of course I would brief him on the ongoing, because I did not also like this idea of blocking somebody from sending to the presidency because of his tribe. Yeah, and of course I also was not happy because although I was a member of Gema, people were not benefiting from the association. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So at that particular time, when you started working closely with Mzee Jomo Kenyatta and Daniel Arap Moi,
yes,
how was their relationship? You know, we are discussing.
It was very cordial. Even Jomo Kenyatta would help Moi with money for campaigns. Yes, although he was not giving him more than 10,000 shillings. Yeah.
But those days, 10,000.
It was a lot, but he should have given him more.
So, when you look at it, at that particular time, for us who read history, who are not there, we are told that yes, they had a relationship, and Moi was a loyal vice president.
Very loyal.
But there are people who, like you put it, who disliked Moi and did everything to
stop him. Of course, there were people who are trying to stop him. Yeah, people like Ijeka Karume, Paul Ongei, Angaine. Yeah, and the team was led by Keheka Kemani. Yeah, he was a Nakuru Kanu chairman. Yeah.
So Njonjo, what role did Njonjo play?
Now, during that time, there was a clause in the Constitution which stated that it was treason to compass, to plot, to plan, and even to imagine the death of a president. And because Njonjo was a friend of Moi, he issued a statement saying that anybody who talks or insinuates about the possible death of the president would be killed. Because that was treason. Just imagining.
Just imagining.
Yes. If the government knew you are imagining, that was treason.
How will the government know that I'm imagining?
Well, they won't know. But of course, that's what to tell you how serious it was. But you see, it's a handle. But that clause in the Constitution also played a part later in the death of Jomo Kenyatta. Because you remember on August 21st, Monday, 1978, Jomo Kenyatta collapsed in Mosambweni primary school in Kwale. Now, from there, he was not rushed to hospital. He was taken to sleep because people thought that if you took him to hospital, it would mean that you are imagining that he might die. And that is why he died the following day, on Tuesday, 22nd August. Because people feared that if you rush him to hospital, you are imagining that he could die. It also had a negative effect on Mr. Jomo Kenyatta.
So he did not get the medical attention that was needed at that time?
Yes. He was not taken to hospital. And you know, Pandia Memorial Hospital is just across from State House, Mombasa.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and you know, some people, you know, his handlers left him sleeping. He died alone. Yeah, people, somebody like his brother-in-law, Bioko Inange, who was also his minister of state and a confidant, just flew to Nairobi by Kenya Airways in the evening, and he left Jomo Kenyatta. You know why? Because he did not want to imagine that Kenyatta could die. Somebody like Dr. Mongola, who was his personal visation and the comptroller, they went to Kariba Bar in Toronoka to go and drink. Yeah. He died there. Because imagining was treasonable.
Where was Moi at that particular time?
Moi was in the Kabarak, in Nakuru.
How did he react when he received the news?
Well, I don't know how he reacted because I was in Mombasa with Jomo Kenyatta.
Mombasa, yeah.
I was in Mombasa with Jomo Kenyatta. But of course, he got the message from Mahehu and again from the Director of Intelligence, James Kanyoto. So he rushed to Nairobi. His home was already secured by General Service Unit they had organized. Then that day, at 3 p.m., that was on 22nd August 1978, he was sworn in as the president for a period of 3 months.
The then Attorney General read the Constitution.
Yes.
And Moi became, do you call him acting president?
Yes.
For 90 days.
Yes.
But they said it was a passing cloud.
Yes.
What did it mean from you who were in government at that particular time?
Yeah, what it meant, you know, when Jomo Kenyatta was in power, and Moi was the vice president,
yes,
Moi acted timidly. He was loyal, he was timid, and he was non-controversial. So, and he came from the smallest tribe, not the smallest, one of the smallest tribes, the Tugen. And you see that time also, not all the Kalenjin supported him. There were people like Taita Towet, who had gone to Makerere and Britain. He thought that he should have been the leader of the Kalenjin. By dint of his... they
thought they were better than Moi.
Yeah, by dint of his good educational grounding,
yeah.
There were people like Jean Marie Saroni, who was an MP for Tinderet. He was a lawyer. He had studied in India. So he thought, I'm a lawyer. This one is a graduate of Makerere and United Kingdom. We come from the biggest communities, the Kipsigis and the Nandi.
Yeah.
with this student who never even went to secondary school, just a mere teacher. And Moi knew it. Now, Moi knew his strength was to pretend to be weak. And by the way, Moi told me that pretending to be weak, pretending to be foolish, is a five tactic, and it works. So when Moi became thou, they thought that that was Moi.
Yeah.
But that was a facade. Behind that facade, there was a guy made of steel. He had a core of steel. A tough man. He could be ruthless if pushed against the wall. Now that is now Moi which came out now. They knew who he was.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So there was no longer.
Now the real Moi now came out.
The cloud passed for 24 years.
24 years, 4 months, 80 days.
That's a very long time.
Yes, a long time, yeah.
And actually, it went against all the anticipation they had.
Yes.
Now, let's talk about the man you knew at the beginning of his presidency. What kind of a president Moi was from 1978 when he ascended to power? What kind of a president did you see, did you experience?
Moi, despite his modest education, he was a very tough leader, a tough African statesman, and very kind. You know, he believed on the principle of carrot and stick. You either toe the line. If you toe the line, you receive good rewards. You reap rewards. You reap benefits. If you play with him, he told me that anybody who plays with me, or anybody who plays with him, would be hit faster than lightning. Yes. Now he changed. And his true character came out after 1982.
The attempted coup.
The attempted coup. Because that era of 1980s was a tough one. Because it showed him who his real friends were and who his enemies were. For example, after the attempted coup, that was August 1982, it was quashed by the loyal forces, especially the infantry.
Yes.
A member of parliament from Kakamega and another one from Kisii, a member of parliament, they wrote letters to General Moringe, who was the head of the armed forces, telling him, please do not forget us. Although they wrote, of course, individually, do not forget us in your new government. Now, when the coup attempt was quashed by the infantry, the letters were already in the post office, and they could not retrieve them. So General Moringe brought the letters to Moi. Look at your friends. The member of parliament from Kakamega later collapsed and died. He could not live with the shame. The one from Kisii retreated and kept quiet. He resurfaced after multipartism. He's still alive, that one, so I don't want to mention his name. So Moi had to become tough. These people now, they want to overturn my government. They want to assassinate me. He had, of course, to adopt survival tactics. He became paranoid. Not because he's a coward, is because he needed to preserve himself. There is no way you can be a good leader if you are dead. So you have to be alive.
Be even a leader. You will not be alive to,
yes,
to be a leader. Yes.
To be a leader. And again, in the 80s, when they attempted to assassinate and take over his government, there were a series of many assassinations, not only in Africa, but also in Europe and Asia. So all the leaders were alert. Because you remember when Moi took over, 78, the president of South Korea, Park Chung-hee, was assassinated by his director of intelligence in their office when they were having discussions. And then in 1980, the president of Liberia, William Tolbert, was assassinated by his bodyguard called Master Sergeant Samuel Doe. You remember that one? I didn't know he was watching all that. And 1981, Anwar el-Sadat, the president of Egypt, was assassinated. Also, during that time, the Prime Minister of Sweden was called Olof Palme. He was also assassinated. 1984, the Prime Minister of India, Indira Gandhi, was assassinated. Sankara of Burkina Faso, 87.
Ibrahim Sankara.
Thomas
Sankara.
Thomas Isidore Sankara,
yes,
was also assassinated. So there were so many assassinations.
It was like a wave.
It was a wave. So it was not only Moi who became careful and paranoid. It is leaders in Africa, Asia, and everywhere. But you know, Kenya is now focused on Moi.
Because if you are not assassinated, you are removed.
Yes, you are removed.
Through a military coup.
Yeah, through a military coup. Yes. So now Moi had to become tough. Now, but because the Kenyans now were not interested in what was going on in Asia, in Europe, in West Africa, they focused on Kenya. So they thought Moi was extraordinarily paranoid. But it was understandable. Yeah. Because it is happening in Africa, in Asia, and then people are being killed by their friends. Like Anwar el-Sadat, who killed him, his soldiers.
Are there changes that Moi made after the 1980 coup?
Yes.
Like in terms of the security structure? And
yes, the security structure, yes.
Yeah.
There were punches here. There were punches, the alignment in the political setup, in the military, in the police here. Yeah.
Let's talk about the realignments in the political scene. And that one comes with Charles Njonjo. When Moi became president, Charles Njonjo, we see Charles Njonjo, Gigi Kariuki,
yes,
and Mwai Kibaki become his lieutenants from central Kenya.
Yes.
But after the coup, things just changed for mostly for Charles Njonjo.
Yes. Yeah, because around 1983, there was a show, agricultural show in Kisii. So Moi talked about somebody who was being paid by foreign powers to take over his government. Okay? So I had a small typewriter. He was not strong on that statement. He said as if it was casual. It was not emphatic. But then as a journalist, I said, this is the news. So I drove to Nakuru with my small typewriter, and then it was the intro. And then the newspapers now, they splashed it.
They splashed it. It became viral.
Yeah, it became viral. Yeah.
Yes.
And then now the parliament took over. Then Mwanga said, because Moi did not say who it was. So Mwanga said it is Njonjo.
On the floor of the house.
Yes. Yeah. Now that is how things now began to explode. Yes, I'm the one who wrote the story, 83. It's a small typewriter. Because when he spoke in Nikisi, some said, iko wengine wanasaidiwa na watu wa nje kuchukua serikali. But you know, it was not emphatic. It was not a warning. It was not a caution. He said it in a very casual manner. It didn't matter. He said it. So now I put it as an intro in my story. And then my friend, I even trembled. I said, I just wrote a small intro. And it was earth-shaking across the world.
Did Moi ever talk to you about it? Because
No.
now you're the one who started the story.
No. He could not challenge it. He said it. I was his press officer. Yes.
I thought we could have asked you. We went extra.
Yeah. You see, now, when you say something, even in a whisper, when it appears as a headline, everything changes. Even you as the person who said it, say, my God, it has taken this dimension.
And probably you said it on a light note.
Yes.
I remember some time back when President Uhuru Kenyatta was in Israel. He joked with the Kenyans that like one of the best skills Kenyans have is stealing public money. It became viral and cameras were there and they had captured the joke.
Yes.
And now those who wrote the story failed to explain the context. So it went like Uhuru Kenyatta, the president of Kenya, has told Kenyans on a foreign soil that Kenya's best skills is stealing public money.
It's like when you talked about newspapers.
Yes.
They are used for wrapping meat.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. It was in a jest. Yeah, but you know, it reverberated across the country and all over the world. And
right now, the media has memes and whatever that resonates with that.
Yes.
Now, here Moi comes in, changes, becomes tough, extra tough. Because you said he was a tough man. But now becomes...
The real Moi comes out now.
Yes. He has to survive.
Yes.
Changes the security structure, and then the Kenyans say, now this is not the way we want to be governed. But before even the agitation for multi-party comes in, there is the Mlolongo election.
Yes, yeah. People did not want a Mlolongo. They were against it. Even Moi was cautioned by the intelligence. He did not listen. He did not listen. But in any case, the time for multipartism had come, because it was part of the agenda of the World Bank, of the IMF, being used, the Bretton Woods institutions. They were being used as tools by Western powers to have multipartism. Because I remember in 1990, I went for a course in London. Then I also went to Cardiff in Wales. One of the people, among the people I was meeting, the senior people, was a guy called Stuart Innes. Stuart Innes was then the head of the FCU, Foreign and Commonwealth Office in London. So he told me, go and tell Moi that he has to embrace multipartism. It is a must. I asked him, why do you say that? He told me, it is because it is the mood of the times. It had been decided. So whether Mlolongo or no Mlolongo, multipartism had to be embraced by African countries.
Time had come.
Time had come. And it was being forced down our throats.
But
otherwise, we would not be considered for donor money.
During the agitation for multipartism, Moi was accused of heavy-handedness.
Yes.
When handling people who really wanted the multi-party, the activists, the clergymen. Some even accuse him of having a hand in some of the killings that happened during that time. You know of, what is the name of the clergyman? Alexander
Kipsang Muge. Well, people were arrested. Some were tortured. Of course, some were rogue agents, like in the special branch, they were rogue agents. You see, when you are a president, you have handlers.
Yes.
There are some people who survive, who enrich themselves because of the proximity to power.
To power, yes.
Those people can become overzealous. They can become overexcited.
To appease you.
To appease you. But you see, when you cut down a big tree, the birds with their nests, with their eggs, and the younger ones, they all come down, they all collapse, they all perish.
Yes.
They know if Moi is not there, they will lose their businesses, they will lose their parks, they will lose their power,
true.
Their influence.
Yes.
So some of them can be overzealous. Some of them can even actually plant documents on you because they know you are trying to play with their bread. Even Moi may not know. I am not a apologist. I know many things happened which should not have happened. But now, that was the situation at that time.
Yeah.
About the killings, about Muge. Muge, I don't think Moi underhand in it. It was just a normal accident. It's only that Benga Okondo and told Muge, if you come to Mbusia, you will not come back alive. I think it was a coincidence. Because that lorry, the driver, I mean, if you want to kill Muge, you don't just hit him with a lorry. You know, even the timing, yes, that you'll be here at this time and you'll be here at this time. I don't. But you see, I was not able to understand some of those things.
So, yeah.
You know, maybe I'm a press officer. I'm not in any way connected to the security agencies.
Yeah.
I'm a press officer. What they are planning in the Nyati House, what they are planning in the police headquarters, in the there. CID, yeah, that was not my department. Yeah.
So, but how some of these events, for example, the killing of the assassination of Oko, how bad did it injure Moi's legacy?
You see,
not just Oko.
The question of Oko is one which is a mystery to me. Because Moi had no reason to kill Oko. Listen, it's my view. In 1961, Moi was the parliamentary secretary for education. And I remember Moi went for a UNESCO conference in Addis Ababa. And that is where he met for the first time. He met a young former teacher called Robert John Oko, who was studying in the Addis Ababa University. Now they made friends. Why? Moi is a parliamentary secretary for education, which is assistant minister for education now. Number two, they were both former teachers. And number three, they were both AIC.
The church affiliation.
Yes, they both belong to the same church. So when Oko came back to Kenya, Moi became a mentor for this brilliant student. brilliant young man. He helped him even get a job with the East African community. And all along, they became friends, even helped him to become a member of parliament. And even we went to campaign for him physically. Even he used to eat in his uncle's home in Njiru. Okay? Used to make him a minister, foreign affairs. And he used up one of the best defenders, very articulate. Because I remember when we were doing journalism, we were told there were three people. Three people. Or three or four. We were told that one, if you do not know shorthand, take a recorder. Because they speak sense throughout. Not like some politicians, they speak for 5 hours. When you go to sit down with your typewriter or with your laptop, you don't know what to write. Because you are just, throwing around words which are not structured. We were told about Robert Ouko, Moi Kibaki, and Sakaria Onyonga. We were told those were the only 3 ministers who could speak sense throughout. And Moi knew it. Moi did not need to kill Ouko. Just demote him, remove him from a ministerial position, and make him a normal member, and leave him as a normal member of parliament. Moi could sack the head of civil service, Geoffrey Karevi. Right? Moi could sack the head of the police commissioner, Bernard Hinga. He could demote Kibaki. He could demote Saitoti. Why kill Robert Ouko? And again, if you want to kill somebody, it must be stealthy. And then you slip away. Do you believe that there was reason to pick Ouko from Koru, drive him to Nakuru, State House in Nakuru, shoot him there, and then take the body to Koru? I mean, is that how you kill people? Somebody now, when you shoot somebody, blood is flowing, blood is dripping. Why do you want to carry a bloody body back to Koru? Why not kill him there and leave him there? Is death kept in the State House in Nakuru? And then even Moi, by that time, Moi was not here. We had been working in Mount Kenya region. We slept in Rumuruti. I was with him in Rumuruti. Even we heard about Ouko's death when we were in Rumuruti State Lodge.
So people who say that the late Nicholas Biwott is the one who shot Ouko, and they were with the president.
Where? In the State House in Nakuru. Those are very stupid people. They don't know what they are talking about. I was the Moi in Rumuruti. Then why shoot him? Why bring him from Koru and shoot him in the State House? And you see, there is this notion that because Moi was a Kalenjin, that all the soldiers, all the security men were Kalenjin, all the people. I am a Mwembu. The security people, there were Meru people there. Akina Kenneth Kiremi. There were a Kauma called Edward Katana. There were Titans like Julius Mwakule. Then why kill him there? Everybody is there. I'm a Mwembu. There were Merus. There were Kisi, Ontita. They are there. There were Swahilis. State house for everybody. Now people tend to believe that if we are the head of state, everybody there belongs to a tribe. Yeah. No. Like Jomo Kenyatta, people thought everybody who was working in the State House was a Kikuyu. No. In fact, some of his Kenyatta's darlings, people who he loved as security people, were colleges. Somebody like Chandra, called Kimal Arap Kering. He could not travel unless Kimal Kering was there. Yeah. His cameraman, Kenyatta's cameraman, lawyers, Johnny Moyeshi, Alushura Sakwa, his producers, John Omenda, other photographers, Johnny Lupia, Justus Okuku Opar, during Kenyatta's time, commentators, Taitas, Benson Mwakugu. So, but people think there must be Kikuyus. because Kenyatta is a Kikuyu. Nonsense. Moi is a driver. Amukamba. James Ndivo. You see, Secretary, Aluya, Judy Maloba. So, Moi's secretary was Judy Maloba. Moi did not have even a courage secretary. Well, he had one, somebody Kandie. Okay? But, yeah. Yes. Yeah, but the husband was Tugen. But you see, there was everybody. Everybody. Even previously, sometime Moi's secretary was Kikuyu, Grace Mumbi Waithaka. So people tend to think that only if you are a Luya, or everybody in state house is a Luya. No. Yeah. So why now? And the PG, the Presidential Guard, which is outside, is made of everybody. Kamba, Kikuyus, Luos, the people in GSU. Yeah.
So Section 2A is repealed. Multi-parties back in Kenya, or multi-parties in Kenya. Then there is a huge wave of vote, the opposition, and people just know that Moi is going home. But Moi did not go home. He stayed for 10 years.
When multipartism was introduced, and Kibaki formed the Democratic Party, all the Kikuyus and people from Embu, they all galvanized, they came together. And then Moi knew his days in State House were numbered. And then he called me, told me, things are bad. All the Kikuyus are now against me. The Luos, and generally most of Kenya. So let us pack. Let us packing up because we are going home. So I said, no, Mzee, give me time. I don't think we are going home. We are going to change the tide. We will stem it. And then I telephoned a few people, one from the military intelligence. I do not want to mention his name because I do not know whether he would like to be mentioned. And other few friends. So we met. We made a decision and a strategy to stem the Kibaki wave. We enlisted the services of a printing agency. So we started printing posters for Matiba. And we organized that, we organized with the matatos. And also we organized with the artists, those who compose songs. Started composing songs to praise Matiba. And posters for Matiba. So we told the matatos, if we find you playing Matiba songs in praise of Matiba, you'll get 100 shillings. So matatos, most of them were playing songs Matiba because there was a monetary reward. And so Matiba said, and then we organized with Matiba friends because we got some money to do the job, a government budget to give to people. And they told Matiba, everybody is for you. Now, we wanted now to split votes so that Kibaki could not get enough votes. We got Martin Shikuku. And then they convinced Matiba to form his own party, Fonda Asili.
Yes.
So he told Shikuku, don't stay with Kibaki. Go with Matiba. This money. So he went to Western, he convinced his people. Akina Nikodima Siganeri, akina Java Nomani, akina Makwaga to join, Benjamin Makwaga.
Yes.
To join, yeah. So Moranga, yeah. So when Matiba was coming from London, he was asked to be the president. He said, let the people decide. And we organized with the Matiba friends to convince him to come to the Rift Valley to see how he was loved. So we came to Rift Valley and organized with thousands of people. In fact, we fed them to the roads and we told them to show Matiba the two fingers. Yeah, but we were lying to him because those were Kalenjins, most of them. So when Matiba came here, people went from Stem Hotel to near Eveready. Matiba saw so many people, but then those had been brought.
The ones with the placards, Mr.
Yes, and the placards. Those we had printed those placards. And so now we knew that the newspapers might only play these stories. So we colluded with the Matiba's press people that we would give you money to have these stories, to buy space in the newspapers, so that the photographs and the stories. So when Matiba saw those ones, he ran mad with excitement. So that is why Matiba ran against Kibaki. So we split the mountain vote.
He went and corrugated the Ford.
Yes, yeah, the DP. So you find now, like Kiambu and Muranga, they were Fonda Asili. So Kibaki was left with Njiru and Kirinyaga. Then people, they went for, many of them went with Fonda Asili, others with the DP. So that is why it's split the Kikuyu vote.
But you also, with that one trick,
Moi survived.
And you also killed Ford.
Yes.
Because Ford was a formidable force.
Yes. Yes.
And Moi survived.
Yes. And you see now, in Western Kenya, because Matiba was kind of, well, it was kind of sickly. We told Shikuku to tell the people in Kiluya that Matiba is sick, he will not live long and will be the president. He told them in Kiluya. And then he asked Matiba, si Matiba ni kweli? Matiba si ni kweli. Because Matiba did not understand Kiluya.
So the people understood what Shikuku was saying.
Yes, and Matiba agreed.
And Matiba is agreeing.
Yeah, but because he did not understand Kiluya.
Yes.
Because he thought Shikuku is my friend. He cannot say anything mischievous. So Matiba fuire. So now Alaba akasema si Matiba ni kweli, akasema ni kweli.
Na anampeana.
Yeah. Akasema si mmesikia. So akasema, so Luyas now thought when Matiba died, the one would become the president. So tulikoroga.
Kabisa.
And Moi survived.
Then 10 years.
Yes.
He was in power.
Yes.
So let's talk about 2002. People say Moi had never had a wrong calculation until 2002.
Yes. See now, we frustrated people. Until now, up to now, people say Moi was defeated. From 1955, October 1955, up to 2002, Moi has never lost an election. It is Uhuru who was beaten by Kibaki, not Moi. Moi was not on the ballot. But now people are fed with wrong information that Moi was defeated. Moi was never defeated by anybody.
But was Moi's
it is Kibaki who defeated Uhuru.
But Uhuru was Moi's project.
Yeah, but he was not on the ballot. If a project is defeated, it's not just him, but you cannot defeat Moi if his name is on the ballot.
Do you believe that if Moi...
But in any case, Uhuru later became president for 10 years. Yes.
If Moi had picked a different person other than Uhuru Kenyatta.
I don't know. That's a matter of conjecture. That's purely a matter of conjecture.
Yes.
Yes.